Almost ready. They're all in. Set. They're off. The Group 1 Tattersalls Falmouth Stakes Serona beige jacket. Slowest to get away from the stalls towards the left. Rogue Millennium maroon jacket got out well. So too Rogue Millennium away to the left of the group. Running Lion on the right in the emerald green. Handy as Rogue Millennium runs a little bit of a solo through the first furlong and a half. Porta Fortuna is handy in the large group on the right hand side. The green cap tracking the pace there. Upside's a lilac roller with a yellow cap. Then Jabara in a yellow jacket just ahead of Magical Sunset. Serona last of the field, and Rogue Millennium still isolated down the middle, but only a couple of lengths off the pace setting Running Lion as they move down towards halfway in the Group 1 Tattersalls Falmouth. So Running Lion over Porta Fortuna, a lilac roller up against the running rail. Jabara just a couple of lengths off the pace yellow jacket. Magical Sunset in the lilac and Serona in the beige are handy, and Rogue Millennium on the left is still right on terms as they pass the three. Beginning to run downhill at this point. Running Lion, one from the right, being asked for more now by Murphy, and Porta Fortuna has breezed on into the lead, and Running Lion capitulates very quickly. Rogue Millennium on the left still has every chance. Jabara yellow jacket is running a big race. They race out of the dip just outside the furlong. Porta Fortuna 2 lengths ahead of Jabara, a lilac roller. Rogue Millennium keeping on at the one pace. Porta Fortuna is clear with 100 yards to cover. It's going to be 3 Group 1s as Porta Fortuna wins the Tattersalls Falmouth over Jabara. Very close for third, a lilac roller involved with Serona and Rogue Millennium.
Porta Fortuna is an authoritative winner of the Falmouth Stakes Group 1. Her trainer is Donnacha O'Brien. It's a third Group 1 success that they have racked up together. Many congratulations. It doesn't seem to matter track, trip, ground, country. She still brings her A game.
Yeah, she's so uncomplicated. Ryan said the best thing about her is just her attitude. He said he got left in front, 3 out, ended up having to go across the track to Joseph's filly. Running Line didn't take him far enough, but she's just so uncomplicated that it makes everything very easy.
And had she been pleasing you since Royal Ascot?
Yeah, she was working very well. Everything went very smooth. So we're very happy with her coming here, and short price favourite in Group 1. It's always a bit of pressure, but relief that she's gone and done it.
Always the question mark, isn't it? The different generations, and this is the clash where you find out where you stand. You're on top.
Yeah, exactly. Look, the Coronation looked like a strong race. All the best 3-year-olds were there, and as you said, it's nice to see them go and prove it against the older ones.
So, what do you do now? Are you tempted to take on the boys?
I don't know. We'll take her home and make sure she's sound and happy, and then we'll make a decision. I kind of coming here, I had it in my head that I could give her a little break now and bring her back for the Matron on Irish Champions Festival, and kind of go Matron, Sun Chariot, Breeders' Cup or something like that. But look, you never know. We'll see.
And when you say Breeders' Cup, I'm assuming you mean mile. It's obviously at Del Mar, and they've had the fillies and mares race over 2 different distances. I presume they're sticking longer. I'm not sure. Do you know?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's the longer one. I think it's a 1.3 miles this year rather than the 1.1 miles. If it was a 1.1 miles, we'd definitely consider it. But I think the fillies and mares is a 1.3 miles this year, so it would likely be the mile if she was over there.
And she's justified that kind of ambitious campaign, hasn't she?
Yeah, look, that race is going to be a tough race, but all of her owners are American, great team of people. They're so easy to train for, and delighted for them. The Breeders' Cup is always the big end of the year race meeting in America. So that's the plan to end up there.
And what does this filly mean to you in your career? Your 6th Group 1, obviously you've had others, Fancy Blue and Shale, to name just 2 of them. And what has this filly meant for you, though?
Yeah, she means a lot. It's we don't have a massive number of horses, so it's always just trying to find one good one a year, one that can represent you in Group 1s, and to have one like her is, she's easy to train. She brings her A game every time. She's just a dream to have, really.
And it's important to be able to take her to the States and show your capabilities over in America as well, because obviously she was just touched off in the Breeders' Cup last year.
Yeah, I think so. You know, and as I said, we have a lot of owners in the yard that are American now, mainly through Medallion Racing, and Mark McStay has been a big help as well. So you know, as you said, it's great to be able to go over there and show off our filly, really.
Congratulations to you and your team. She's a super filly. Well done.
Thanks very much, Lydia. Thank you.
Ryan Moore was just on board Porta Fortuna, who's just stamped her authority against Elders as well in the Falmouth Stakes. First time you've ridden her. Well, how would you describe her?
Well, she's a very good filly. She's always shown plenty. She's an Albany winner and Cheveley Park winner. Ran very well in the Breeders' Cup juvenile turf, and obviously she's already placed in the Guineas and won the Coronation. She's never ran a bad race and seems to handle most things that are thrown at her. Today she was first out the gates and we were getting a lead off running line, but she didn't get me we weren't going mad. She didn't get me that far, and we're in front of the 4, and she's not doing a whole lot, but she was in command throughout the race really, and yeah, very straightforward filly, and Donnacha's done a great job of her, and yeah, I was lucky to ride her today.
And is that the key to her, not just her talent, but the fact that she is very straightforward and that she'll just do what you need to do?
Yeah, she's very uncomplicated filly with plenty of ability, and yeah, she's a pleasure to ride.
Could you see her cutting it against colts? Donnacha's thinking about the Breeders' Cup Mile at the back end of the year.
Yeah, well look, the way she's handled her contemporaries and the older fillies here, she's very much told to step up against the boys.
And finally, Heaven's Gate, who was beaten in the Duchess of Cambridge earlier. Was that a disappointing run, or are there excuses there?
No, she was only beat a length. She ran well.
Well, you weren't expecting better than that?
She ran well.
Ryan, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.